You were walking alone on road when you felt like a shadow is following you. A fear built inside you. You didn't dare to look back as you took out pepper spray from your bag and increased your pace because the road is abandoned, but you can feel that the shadow also started running behind you, which made you scared as hell. Then suddenly someone grabbed your hand, making your heart drop. Don't run, it's of no use, the man spoke from mask. You shook your head, its sweat covered your forehead. You continuously shook your head. For the first time, you felt this much helpless in your life that you can't even shout. There are other men gathered also as he is holding your one hand, but then you suddenly sprayed pepper spray in that man's eyes, making him scream, and you free your hand, quickly escaping from there. Catch her, she shouldn't run away, otherwise boss won't leave us. Man shouted and others followed you. You're running for your life as you quickly take out your phone to message someone, but your phone fell on the road. As you bumped into someone, as you look up, and all you can see eyes of that person, but before you could process anything, he put handkerchief on your mouth, and you struggled, but later on you got unconscious. You open your eyes slowly just to find yourself in an unknown dark room. You got up and sat on the bed. Where the hell I am? The door opened and you could see a tall man stepping inside, and a dark aura surrounded him which sent you shivers to your spine. You got up. He took calculative steps near you, making you bowl your body as he stood near you, and that's where your eyes met his dark ones. He looked in those innocent eyes which showing fear, and there is a little sparkle in her eyes which made his heart flutter for a second. Can't believe that this innocent face hides that rich nature. He whispered in his deep husky voice, making you frown brows. She gave him a questioning look, raising brows, and the fear which was visible in her eyes flew away somewhere, and she asked him in gesture, "Do you even know me?" which made him confused. I like this fear that you can't even speak in front of me. You rolled your eyes. My name is Jungkook. I am an infamous mafia. People know me for my cruelty. You gulped hard, making him smirk. Don't try to run away from here, because if you try to run away, you can't imagine the things I'm capable of doing with you. It won't take me a second to dispose your body. Understand? You gulped so hard. Good girl. He patted your cheek. Right, you are kidnapped by Mafia John Jungkook. You looked at him shocked. He also knows how to read mind. He's a very dangerous person. How can I get him out from here? Now maid will bring food. Eat it quietly. No trick will work, understood? He got up and you just looked at him with your innocent eyes. And he reached near the door but looked back you one last time as your eyes met his, but he quickly looked away and he walked outside. Where did you get stuck, Ryan? Now how will you get out from here? What if they really kill me? You shook your head, shrugging all your thoughts. No, no, not yet. How can I die now? I have lot to see right now. He poured water on his half-naked body, and other man in the room raised his brows looking at him and chuckled a little. Jungkook looked at him with his questioning look. What? And he walked near him. You should stop working out. You know it's because of you that I haven't had a girlfriend yet. He gave him a weird look. How's that my fault? Taekook poked his inner cheek. You were not interested in girls and all the girls are interested in you. No one approaches me just because of you. Jungkook shook his head. Grow up, stop blaming. He said, walking, and Taehyung followed him. I know why all girls looks at you that way. It's because of your six-pack F, which makes you absolutely hot. He said, rolling over him, and Jungkook raised shirt before glaring at him. Young, I don't think your intentions are right. Don't look at me like that, he said, buttoning his shirt. You don't think like that. Of course I'm straight. Jungkook shot a glare at him. Did Jimin Hyun contact you? They rolled his eyes. Don't worry about him that much. He must have found some other girl to heal his broken heart for sure. Anyway, you know what a big playboy is. I know that crying and all is his act. He said drinking water. He was hurt, young. I didn't like that. I was worried for him. Taehyung listened uninterestedly while drinking. And when I find her, we don't have any contact of him till now. I'm seriously worried for him. Jungkook said, looking at his phone. Oh God, I know him better than you. He's in London. He should forget that Anaganda because his father will not agree. He grabbed juice bottle and Jungkook chuckled sarcastically, which made Taehyung look at him suspiciously. What's with those expression, huh? Taehyung asked, taking sip, and there is a mischievous mark plastered on Jungkook's face. Whenever Jimin Young picks the call, tell him Anna is here. Taehyung spilled the juice immediately and he coughed. Wait, what? What did you say? He said, looking at him, widening his eyes, and Jungkook poked his in his cheek. What you heard? Taehyung got up immediately from his seat. You kidnapped Anna, he said in horror, and Jungkook nodded with blank face, and juice glass slipped from his hand, shattering into pieces. Are you out of your mind, Jungkook? He said loudly, and Jungkook covered his one ear. You must be afraid of that minister, not me, he sternly said, and Taehyung walked near him. You don't know what a big mistake you made, my brother. If that old man comes to know about it, he will spoil our work. Jungkook removes his hand from his shoulder. Don't worry about it, I'm here to see it all. All I know is my brother shouldn't have any problem. Taehyung hold his head. Oh God, how should I explain this to this idiot? Jungkook is about to walk, but Taehyung stopped him. Listen, boss, he said, breathing heavily. Was it Michael? We are talking about something important right now. Come back later. Jungkook looked at him. But boss, it's urgent. Speak, Michael. Taehyung almost screamed internally. Boss, the girl we kidnapped yesterday ran away. Jungkook's eyes widened in shock, and Taehyung sat on the floor while holding his head. Oh God, annihilated. Someone call an ambulance. I'm feeling dizzy now. That minister will not leave us, he said, holding his head. When? How? What were you idiots doing? How did she run away despite such tight security? He burst out. Boss, get out from there. These people can't do one thing properly. He walked from there and Michael followed. Taehyung got up quickly. This man ruins all my efforts, he mumbled before following him. She's not in any camera. Is she girl or ghost who has escaped from your eyes and is not visible in any camera too? He roared and all of his men didn't dare to look up. Taehyung stood there biting his nail and he looked at Jungkook and speak. Did you find the anaconda? He asked nervously and while biting his nail Jungkook shot a glare at him. No, I was just asking, he said while shrugging. And Taehyung phone rings, making him flinch as he looked at the caller ID and started swinging at it. He mumbled in very low voice. He slowly looked at Jungkook, who was already looking at him. Has Anna Concha reached her father? He said to Jungkook, and Jungkook gave him questioning look. You have been in his contact. Why is he calling you? He asked suspiciously, and Taehyung shook his head. Oh, for business purpose only. Nervously, and Jungkook shook his head and got back to work. Taehyung go in corner to attend the call as he picked up. Yes, Mr. Jung, he said while correcting his throat. Taehyung, I need your help. Help? I didn't do anything. What are you talking nonsense? Sorry then. Hey, you useless person, find my BTSARMY. The voice is familiar to him as it's of a woman. As Taehyung looked at his phone in confusion. Anaconda, he mumbled. Yes, I am Anna. Can you hear me speaking or are you deaf? Anna speaks from other side. Taehyung's mouth hung open as he held his head and looked at Jungkook in shock. If the anaconda is here, then whom he abducted, he mumbled in very low voice. Hey, can you hear me what I'm saying? Are you deaf? She shouted from other side. He was just processing what just happened. Other side. Got you, he said, smiling proudly. He quickly rushed out where Tehang called his name from behind, but he didn't listen, and Tehang stomped his foot. Oh God, whom did he bring? He mumbled. You feel like crying as you are trying to climb down from tree for the last 1 hour, finding no way as tree is very heighted. God, please help me. If that mafia catches me, he will not leave me alive. You close your eyes, try to climb down as you put one foot on the branch, but you quickly climb back as you felt like slipping from there. But then suddenly your whole body got goosebumps as you heard that voice, and he was standing there looking at her, folding arms across his chest with a blank look. You gulped hard, looking at his man who is surrounded by. God, why today is your last day? Will you calm down yourself or should I come there? Dark voice, and you shook your head immediately. Come on, get down quickly like a good girl, he said, giving her a tight lipped smile, and you shook your head, making him furiously. You tell him in sign language that he will her so she will not get down. She gestured him in stubborn expression, making Jungkook confused. Boss, she is afraid of you. She is saying that you will. Jungkook gave him a blank look. I don't understand sign language. Speak. I won't shoot you for speaking. She gestured him that she can't speak, but Jungkook got confused. Boss, she is saying that she can't speak. He whispers to Jungkook, and Jungkook shot a glare to him. You know sign language very well. How do you know she is saying this? I know, boss. I'm experienced. My grandmother couldn't speak. That's why. Jungkook soft nonsense. Jimin Young used to talk to her for hours. I have seen him, he said, ignoring him. Come on, get down or I have to cut down this tree. Shivani shook her head viciously. She's not getting down. Cut the tree. If she'll fall and break her wound, that's not our fault, he ordered to his men, and you shook your head viciously. He wasn't looking at you, so you throw a piece of small branch on him, making him glare at you. And you said sorry in gesture, but he understood this. Then calm down. He approaches her softly, but she shook her, looking down. She tell him in gesture that she is scared, and Jungkook looked at his man. She is saying that she is scared to get down. Smiling nervously, and Jungkook looked back at you. Are you afraid? He asked softly as much as he can. He nodded slowly. He removed his blazer before handing it to his man as he walked near, and he measured the height of the tree and looked back at her. Jump politely, and you wide your eyes as you shook your head vigorously, gesturing him no. Come on, jump, your bones won't break. It's not it, hide it. And also I'm standing there, politely gesturing her. She shook her head, saying him in sign language, Are you mad? I'm not coming. Are you mad I'm not coming? He said, making Jungkook glare at him. It's not me, she is saying that. Jungkook sighed and looked at her. Close your eyes and jump, he said, and you hesitated. Come on, close your eyes and jump. You shook your head, making Jungkook exhale annoyingly. Fine then, stay there, have fun. There are many kinds of insects, and yes, there are lizards too. Your eyes widen in horror, hearing lizard. Come on, let's go. He stopped as he receives another stick on his head as he looked at her. He told him in sign language that you are ready, which Jungkook understood to an extent. Jungkook is about to walk near, and you also tried to move as you looked at him one last time. You can trust me. And then you took a deep breath before closing your eyes as you tried to move a little, but there you go. Your foot got slipped, and when you closed your eyes in fear, after a while you feel nothing but feel something that you didn't touch to any hard surface. As you slowly open your eyes just to meet an intense one who is carrying a no emotion, but your heart fluttered for a second. But then you hugged him suddenly, making his throat to go dry. As he didn't hug you back, but he realized why you hugged him like that, as your whole body is trembling badly in fear. The Jungkook felt his heart was beating so fast for the first time, as if it will pop out in no time. He didn't hug her back, but not move back all. He can feel the unknown feeling rush inside his body as he slowly looked at those eyes which are closed in fear and the sweat on her forehead. Everything is alright. He felt like his words getting stuck in his throat for the first time. Taehyung came running as he finally found that where Jungkook did gone, but a gas flashed from his mouth, looking at him. You drank water while side-eyeing on the man who was glaring at you from the last half an hour, as if he'll dig hole by staring. Staring, I see. Don't you know who I am, huh? You remain silent. Taehyung standing there being impatient to tell him the truth, but he ain't giving him chance to speak. Hello ma'am, I'm asking something, he said, being annoyed, but you still remain silent, adding fuel to his anger. God says, say something, I'm asking you something. Can't you speak, are you dumb woman? He said in little high pitch and you looked at him a little angrily. You angrily told him in signing that you can't speak. Oh, she can't speak. Jungkook shot a glare to him and you nodded, agreeing to him. Well, how you talked to Jimin Young for hours now, you have become dumb, Anna. Being frustrated and you looked at him suspiciously. She's not Anaconda, he whispered to Jungkook while smiling at you, and Jungkook looks at him surprised. What the crap are you talking? Don't tell me. Taehyung pulled him in corner. She's not that, Anna, trust me. I've been trying to make you understand for so long, he whispered in yell. Jungkook couldn't resist for a while as he looked at you, who was already looking at him angry. What the this mistake happened, he cursed underneath. My name is Ryan and Ryan can't speak, you Mr. Arrogant Mafia Kidnapper. You don't have manners, how to talk a girl, rude person. Now tell me how you know Anna. He read the paper which you have written and Taehyung, his man out there, laughed underneath but stopped as Jungkook glares at him. Do you know whom you are talking to, girl? You again tell him something in sign language and Michael translated to him. Wine is my name and I'm not afraid of you. Tell me how you know my best friend. Jungkook shot clear to him. Enough now. Dark voice and you both have an aggressive eye contact. Who are you? You give him tightly smile before replying him in silence. Can't you see I'm a girl? Jungkook dead glares at him, squishing paper. Where Taehyung laughed out loud and Jungkook looked at him and Taehyung tried to control his smile while saying, sorry. Jungkook looks back at you and there is a kind of frustration visible on his face and then he walked out of the room angrily and Taehyung followed him. Jungkook looking at all his men as if he will eat them alive and all of his men didn't dare to look at him. Where Taehyung just standing there while continuously laughing silently. I was given a task and that too was not done properly by a bunch of dogs. He growled and lips together. Jungkook is controlling his anger but Taehyung laughed out loud suddenly which made him frustrated as he slammed the table while getting up. You're enjoying so much, aren't you? He coldly said and Taehyung nodded. You have done such a thing that it should be written in the pages of history. You stopped as he see you walking downstairs. You came and stood there innocently and Taehyung passed you a warm smile gesturing no need to be afraid of him. And you just gave a note to him while Jungkook, who is standing there, his heart beat fast again. He doesn't know why he can't speak in front of you. And you're looking at him like an innocent kid and Jungkook closed his eyes in frustration. Stop looking at me like that. Annoyingly and looking at you and you frowned. Call Jimin if he doesn't pick up, track his location and bring him here back. I want him here in 24 hours, he ordered. Coffee was. Jungkook massaged his temple and looked at he was already looking at him and he made an annoyed face. Why she looks me like that? He mumbled and walked out from there, leaving you all way confused as you looked at Taehyung and he passed you a small smile. And you gave him a questioning look which he knows what you are trying to say. We can let you go, Miss Ryan, because the thing is, if I let you go, it might create obstacle for my little brother. And I don't take risks with my brother. I know he isn't afraid of anyone, but still, you told him in sign language that you can't stay here, which he understood at most. You are free to roam in mansion. No one will bother you. And you don't need to afraid of anyone. But if you try to play smart again, then the consequences won't be good. Jungkook won't like it. I hope you know what I mean. After all, you are the best friend of that anaconda, and I know how problematic she is. If she got to know you are kidnapped by Jungkook, he mumbled, massaging his temple. Taehyung came whistling, and he is about to walk in his room but stopped. Who's that girl, Ryan? He asked to one of his men. She's in the room. We have an eye on her. He said Taehyung and Taehyung nodded. He looked at his watch. It's late. Why he didn't come back yet? He mumbled. He took out his phone and dialed Jungkook's number, but it rings from somewhere near. He turned and looked Jungkook coming, and his eyes wide, a little seeing blood on his shirt which made him worried as he rushed him quickly. So, what's happened? He asked, rushing to him. It's nothing, I'm fine. He said and about to walk, but he was in pain as Taehyung tried to stop him by his shoulder. Damn, you're bleeding, he said, removing his shirt a little. Young, I'm fine. He removed his hand and walked inside, followed by Taehyung. Are you out of your mind, you idiot? He said, following him. Jungkook sat on the couch, ignoring his word and opening two buttons of his shirt, which made Taehyung's eyes wide as he saw a deep wound on his chest, as it looks like a. Did you got into fight? What the hell, you didn't call me? He yelled. Please be quiet, Hyung. I have a bad headache already, he said, resting his head on couch. Alex, called the doctor immediately, he ordered to one of his men. Yes, boss. Don't need to, I told you, he coolly said. Are you mad? It will get infected for it, but ignored when Michael came and catching Jungkook's attention. Was to get any information about Jimin or not. Michael lowered his head and shook, which made Jungkook lose his control. He threw nearest vase on the floor and grabbed Michael's collar. Do you love your life or not? Jungkook was about to punch him but stopped as his eyes landed on someone who was standing there at distance watching him. He jerked Michael's collar. You idiots are no use, a bunch of trash, he said, gritting teeth. This is not the time for all those things. First reach your wound. Angrily, and Jungkook looked at him blankly. Taehyung sighed. I have talked to Jimin, he's fine. Jungkook gave him a look. I know you won't trust me. See his message, he said, showing him his phone. Now happy? Call the doctor, Michael, he ordered to him. Yes, boss, stop, says Jungkook shouted that clear to him. Don't listen to him, do what I said. Michael didn't move as Jungkook was constantly glaring at him, which made Taehyung frustrated, and he massaged his temple, but when his eyes landed on you. Why? What are you doing here? At this late, he asked, but you walked near there. He said something in sign language which Michael translated. She wants to say something. Taehyung sighed and Jungkook sat back on the couch taking a long breath. Say, Michael, give her pen and paper. It would be easy for us. Michael nodded. Bring first aid. He read the paper which is written by you and he looked at you also, Jungkook. What will you do with that? He asked. And you passed him another paper, just bring, written in it, Michael. He ordered to bring him. You walked near Jungkook and his eyes followed you as you passed him a paper which he took from your hand. Injuries can be healed only with medicine. Written in that paper, and Jungkook scoffed. Make a ball out of that paper before throwing. You don't need to tell me what should I do or not. Coldly as you extended one paper to him. Of course I tell you, who knows better than a doctor, Mr. Arrogant Kidnapper? You're a doctor, Ryan. You nodded slowly and Taehyung smiled. Oh, great. When Michael Wink's first aid kit and Jungkook was just glaring at you. You sit next to him as Jungkook was continuously glaring at you and Taehyung smiling looking at you. That's how daring you are. He removed his shirt a little from shoulder and Jungkook side-eye on you. You know what you are doing. And you smile firmly. As he suddenly ripped his shirt, breaking his all buttons of his shirt, Taehyung's mouth hung open in amazement, as he's quite surprised, where all his men gasped. Jungkook just looked at you without blinking. You started cleaning his wound and Jungkook is looking at your face closely as if he's reading your face. And seems like that he's feeling no pain, which made you a little surprised because you are glancing at him in between while treating his wound. Jungkook felt goosebumps as your cold hands touched his warm skin, but where he felt like the world around him froze and it's just you and him. He was so lost that he didn't realize that you treated his wound. You write something in paper and give that to Taehyung. Sure, he gave that description to Michael. Everything is fine, but injection, he said, looking at Jungkook, but Jungkook is lost somewhere else. When mine we kneeled down to write something in paper as she extended to Taehyung. Don't worry about it. I have handled many such patients. I have my ways. Taehyung chuckled as he is very impressed by you, and you look at Jungkook who is already looking at you ever since, which made you little bit nervous, but you maintained a smile as you extended him a paper which he slowly took from your hand. Take that medicine on time as I prescribed, because you are human, not God. Jungkook looks at her and she showed thumbs up to him while nodding. You are too good, Ryan, thanks. You smile while saying, in signing, that's my duty. Taehyung laughed nervously. I need to learn this language. You're interesting. Scratching his back and you chuckled. It's been 2 days that you have been here as you are roaming around in the mansion because you're not allowed to go outside. There is a tight security. You didn't try to run as Taehyung assured you that he will let you go back once in his purpose complete. At first, you didn't trust him, but he gave you the surety and environment where you didn't feel unsafe around them. Till now, you got to know that Taehyung is a good guy where Jungkook is still mysterious for you, as he rarely talks to you, where Taehyung made you feel comfortable, but whenever you meet Jungkook, you feel another kind of feeling rushing inside you, the way he looks at you. You were in your thoughts while exploring the mansion, and then you didn't realize that you skipped a stair which made you almost fall. You felt a grip on your wrist. There you saw gates of heaven already as you looked at the stairs, which almost gave you a heart attack. As you turn slowly, you find Jungkook holding your wrist. In no time, he pulled you towards him, crashing, making you crash you into his chest as your breath hissed, and he is looking in your eyes directly. Be careful, Miss Doctor. If something happens to you, who will treat your patient? Your breath was so abnormal as he took a strand of your hair behind your ear with his index finger. A doctor shouldn't be careless when they know how many lives depends on them. And you gulped hard. There is a tension between you two as you both looking each other in eyes is he's holding you by your waist securely, but the moment got interrupted by Taehyung, making you push him quickly. Jungkook, he called him from downstairs. Yes, Hyung coming. Nervously as his eyes on you and you didn't dare to look at him again. The hell I was doing, he mumbled while walking downstairs. Yes, Young stopped as his eyes landed on the person whom he had been longing to see for a week. Jimin Young. He ran to him and hugged him tightly and Taehyung smiled looking at them. Ah, I can't breathe, muscle bunny. Jungkook broke the hug and looked at him. Where were you? Are you okay? He bombarded him with questions and Jimin chuckled. I'm fine now. But man, you're really insane. Like, I couldn't on my phone because of you. Jungkook broke his inner cheek. Is love greater than your brother for you that you forgot me, huh? Both are important for me, that's why I'm here. Jimin looked at Taehyung and Taehyung nodded. I needed time, but you little brat can't let me sit in peace, right? Jungkook frowned. Thank God whether you come, otherwise it Anna will not let me live in peace. Taehyung hugged him. How are you? Sorry for what? They laughed nervously, just like that. Jimin looked at him suspiciously when then his eyes landed on you. And he patted you a smile and you smiled gladly, seeing him after a long time. Sorry for the trouble, Vanshi. Smiling and you asked him in sign language, how has it been? I'm good, thanks for asking. Smiling and he showed thumbs up to him and he chuckled. Where is that? Why and she came shouting Anna sliced and on Taehyung as she grabbed his collar. Hey you useless person, where is my bestie? Taehyung glares at her. You have eyes or buttons, can't you see? And angry pointing at you. And you were looking at him smiling nervously, but soon her eyes landed on you. She almost jumped on you and she hugged you tightly and you smiled. Where were you so many days? Do you know how scared I was? Almost crying and you patted her back. Oh, I'm invisible. I think I'm third wheel between them, he mumbled. She broke the hug and she looked at you and you gave her a reassuring smile that you're okay. When Jimin cleared his throat, catching her attention, she looked at him. How did you came here, Festy? She asked with his eyes on Jimin, and you looked at Taehyung and Jungkook. Actually, it wasn't on purpose and my man kidnapped her instead of you, coldly and her mouth hung open. You kidnapped my bestie in full volume and Taehyung covered his ear. Most irritating sound. Wait, I will call Appa right now. He will put you all in jail, she said, taking out her phone and shook her head. And Taehyung, he just stood unaffected. Shouldn't she do something? Anna, listen to me, let me explain, he said, taking her phone. How dare you, like, how can you do this? Is this how you behave? She is innocent. How could you do this? He speaks non-stop, but Jimin made her stop putting hand on her mouth. Anna hugged Jimin while punching him with her fist. You adored the couple was smiling but the other man's eyes were on you. I'm sorry. It's okay. She broke the hug. I said I'm breaking up with you and you didn't even convince me, Jimin sighed. You wanted me to force you? Appa forced me to do that, you know. I know that old man. Hey, be respectful, he's my Appa. Jimin chuckled and nodded. If you want, I will talk to your father. Coldly Jimin shook his head. No need, I know how you talk. But baby, how did your father know about your relationship? Anna shrugs her shoulder when Jungkook speaks. It's better if you ask Taehyung about this. With Taehyung, smirking mischievously, and Taehyung left in utter shock. Me? Jimin looked at him, folding his arms across his chest. Hey, you Jungkook, Anna gasped and shouted. Yes, baby, I think he's right. I have seen him with Appa. Wait, Jimin, let me explain. Nervously, but Jimin picked the vase. Jimin ran behind Taehang and Taehang ran for his life, followed by Anna, while Jungkook sat on the couch smiling mischievously. When his eyes landed on you, who was looking at him unbelievably, and he covered his smile. What? You gave him a disappointed look. He came groaning in pain, holding his back, and he glared at Jungkook. I'm disowning you from my brother today, Jungkook. Jungkook chuckled lightly. And I'm disowning you. He came behind him. Go ahead. It's better to have no brother rather than having brothers like you. He sat on the couch. Shil Tae-hung threw a question on Jungkook, which he is quick to catch. You have identified yourself absolutely correct. Grumpy man, she said teasingly, and Tae-hung lay his head at Anaconda. He mumbled. Oh, sorry, bestie, I forgot you. Told her in sign language that you need to go. Oh, yes, your kid's waiting for you. Jungkook choked his drink immediately and started coughing. Vaina, you are married? You have kids too? He said, being shocked, and you facepalmed yourself. Yes, you don't have brain. I know, you don't need to prove it. Sarcastically, and Taehang rolled his eyes. I'm talking about orphanage kids. Taehang made office. Well, Jimin extended water on Jungkook, and he looked at him while coughing. Jimin gave him a tight little smile. Baby, Jimin looked at her. Hmm? We'll go there, but later. Let's romp fine first. Jimin scratched his back, in which you noticed. You told her in sign language that you can go by yourself, and Jimin agreed. Babe, when I'm here. Why, babe? Jimin gave her a tight lip smile. Your baby is not even interested. Mockingly, and Jimin glares at him, but he smiles at Anna, looks at him. Baby, I was just saying that anyone can draw fine. I mean, Taehang or Jungkook, after all, they all are like her brother. Jungkook scoffed where Taehang speak immediately. Oi, brother, my foot. You will be her brother or Jungkook, not me. Jungkook put cup on the table with a third while glaring at Taehang. I'm not anyone's brother. Coolly, while Taehang and Jamin raised their brows. Fine, whatever it is. I don't make beautiful girls my sister. Jungkook glares at him and Taehang notices. Why are you staring me like that as if mine is your girlfriend? He said to Jungkook, go under 6 feet and dig himself where you wide your eyes a little. Nonsense, he said, correcting his collar. He looked at you at the same time you looked at him and your eyes met his, but you both quickly looked away. You told Anna that you are getting late. Leave them, I'll drop you. Jimin immediately responded. Wait, babe, Jungkook will drop her. Wait, Jungkook. No need, I don't trust you. Taehyung gave her a blank look. You can trust Jungkook, my brother, Vine's brother. It's the same thing. Smiling and a mocking chuckle left from Taehyung's mouth. Jungkook got frustrated as he got off aggressively before pulling Jimin to him. Jimin she. I understand now why Taehyung did this to you. You deserve that. Whispering. You run away from goals. Then what is the problem in making them your sister? Whispering back to him. Jungkook glares at him. Babe, yes baby, Jungkook is going, go further. Smiling while Jungkook is just glaring at him. Jungkook pressing his lips together. He's going, baby, go in. Jungkook looked at you, who is already looking at him innocently with her doe eyes, and he can't help but go simp over her, as every interaction leaves him helpless. This girl will kill me someday, he mumbled in very low voice. Take care of yourself, you know that as you're about to walk, but Anna speaks. If Appa asks something, don't tell Appa all about this. Please, you give her a assuring smile. Thank God. Whole ride went in silence, but the silence was too loud as we were looking outside, feeling fresh air, and it's difficult for Jungkook that he can't stop himself without looking at you. You finally reached your destination and Jungkook stopped. You looked at him and passed a warm smile to him as you bring your one hand to your chin, saying thank you in sign language, but soon realization hits you that he can't understand that, so you took your phone, but you're welcome. You looked at him surprised. He scratched his back. I learned from Michael so, he said while scratching his back, and you smiled. You write something in your phone before extending to him. Quite good, Mr. Arrogant Kidnapper, but why you are learning sign language? We are not going to meet again, do we? He looked at you as he poked his inner cheek and gave your phone back to you. Who knows, maybe, he mumbled and you frowned while smiling. You were about to open the gate, but Jungkook stopped you. Wait, he said as he got up from the car, quickly making you frown your brows in confusion. As he quickly rushed your side and opened gate for you, making you chuckle. Yeah, fine. You shook your head as you couldn't stop blushing. You came out while blushing effortlessly as you bowed him, showing him thankful gesture. You both looked at each other while you were smiling widely. And Jungkook is trying his best to hide his smile, which is making him look cute. There is an awkwardness, the awkwardness which both you were liking. But to end that awkwardness, you extended your hand to shake him, and he hesitated a bit but slowly accepted. But he felt like his body got electric shock as his cold skin touched your warm ones. And he was looking at you without blinking. He was shaking her hand. She raised her brows, as he does too. She gestured him to leave her hand. Oh, sorry. He leave your hand. You're about to walk but stop as you look at him again. He took out a pen before writing something on paper and he just stared you, unaware of being there is a slight smile on his face. And you extended the paper to him. This was written in the paper. This time he couldn't stop but blushed so hard. You waved at him before walking while he just stood there as his heart doing marathon and he looked at the paper you gave to him and his hand. And he couldn't stop himself widely smiling.